Cuomo said something about Musk, right? Because of what Musk was saying. And then the market reacts to it. I just want to get a fair assessment because everybody connected me and messaged me, Pat, this is your guy. What do you think about what he had to say? What do you think about what he had to say? This is what Chris had to say about Elon Musk. And Rob, go ahead and play the clip.
Okay.
Can't hear it, Rob.
World who controls the most powerful platform in our media writes that the left is the party of murder and then decides, Elon Musk I'm talking about, the stupidest genius I've ever been around. And no, I'm not going to excuse it because he's autistic. I have a lot of autistic people in my life. They are not all morally bankrupt, okay? They don't all say the stupidest thing at the worst time. All right? I don't know what it's about with him, and I don't give a shit, to be honest. He is, in my opinion, exhausted his usefulness. Now, does that mean he should be murdered? No, because that's not how I see the value of human life. But would I be surprised? No. I wouldn't be surprised if it's me. I mean, that's where we are. It's who we are. That's who we are. But when he can write the left is the party of this, and then he goes on this thing about why black is capitalized and why white is not, the medium is the message. We are about division and hate of what we oppose.
Vinny, thoughts?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, this is kind of tough.
Okay, here's my question, Chris. Which side is the party of murder? Which side is murdering people? Go ahead. And then go. I don't want to hear January 6th. I don't want to hear Pelosi with the hammer. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Which side is killing which side? Just go ahead, give it to me. And what does your side stand for? Please give me the positive light on your side. Go ahead. And mind you, I love Chris to death, Pat. I'll spend time. I could go on a road trip with Chris and I'll have the best time of my life. But this is the same guy that during COVID, you said that we are the people, the problem, the enemy is Americans. The fellow Americans that wouldn't take a jab that you were pushing, that your network was pushing, and people have been affected, myocarditis, long COVID, heart attack, stroke. What? Go ahead. I did a show, Pat, my Assyrian show at the Assyrian convention, and this lady who was praising what Valuetainment does, was praising Pat, who's an Assyrian that said she even knew you from California. Her son comes to take a photo with me, and this side of his whole body, I went to shake his hand, doesn't work. And I go, and the Assyrian, she goes, she's getting emotional. She's like, yeah, vaccine injured. And think about it. Why do you think she was putting it in her kid? Because people like Chris were telling us you should do it or else you're the enemy.
Let's do this.
That's ridiculous. That type of, he's exhausted his use. You know what that's going to make somebody say? Then let me shoot his ass too. Let me shoot Elon Musk because he's exhausted what he's worth.
And that's the reaction.
That's ridiculous for him to even say something. Oh yeah, me too. And don't play that stupid game because those little dog whistles, those little fascist Nazis, that's us. By the way, that list, we're on that list that you're talking about. And saying that stupid, it drives me crazy, bro. Enough.
Tom.
Enough.
Yeah, Chris wasn't in the studio. We know Chris. Chris has been here. Everybody knows. And he was being off the cuff. And he was sitting there at home, backdrop, whatever it was, I'm assuming, and had some thoughts on his mind, wanted to say. And obviously he had a little bit of irkedness in his voice about specifically Elon Musk. He talked about autism. He talked about usefulness. But when you say, somebody does something, it wouldn't be surprising, and then he's got a soft qualifier in there, it could be me. I think you just got to sit back and go, wait a minute. What part of that is going to clip up? What part of that's really going to show up? And you are a visible commentator, and you have a soapbox of credibility. And the statements that he made at the political convention were great, and people put credence in that. And so you got a responsibility if you're home and you're upset with something something you saw Elon Musk say and you don't really like it, and your brother's back in the arena again, and you feel like the liberals and Democrats are being attacked by Elon Musk and it pissed you off, or your brother said to you, why don't you say something? We don't know what led to that, but he was sitting there in a t-shirt at home. He wasn't all done up for the camera, and he's saying it. And I just think you got to sit back and say, do I post this? Yeah. How many athletes and people have kind of done it? And I just think that's what it feels to me. An off-the-cuff thing that if you look back at it again, how many times do we get upset here? What does Pat talk to us about? Show me what you're thinking. And we show things to each other and say, you know what? You may want to soften that up because in the moment of emotion, it could come off this way. It could come off that way. This isn't reality programming. We don't sit here and re-edit everything for perfection. And we allow emotions to go out. But we also recognize that when you're emotional, when something's up, that maybe you should do it. And I think that should have been reflected on and edited. It looks like off the cuff at home. And you
Adam,
just can't do that.
Adam, where you at?
I'm actually with Cuomo on this. Partially. So Elon Musk says that the left is the party of murder. He's kind of not wrong. Chris Cuomo says that Elon Musk is the stupidest genius and he's not going to blame it on the fact that he's on the spectrum, what have you. That's also a factor here as well. Follow the money here. Elon Musk has basically decided that he is going to go full on to the right. Now, what happened to the third party that Elon was going to do? I don't think anything actually came of that. I've heard no news of anything that he's going to do a third party. So meaning to me that Elon has conceded the fact that he's going to stay on the right and he's going to villainize the left. He showed up at the Tommy Robinson event. By the way, I would too if I was in the UK. But here's what the Tesla chair had to say about Musk's political engagement. It's up to him. Tesla board chair Robin Denholm dismissed concerns that Elon Musk's political activity has hurt the performance of the electric vehicle maker. From a policy perspective, obviously we're in a democracy, so everybody gets to voice their points of view. So Tesla also reported a 13% drop in global auto deliveries in Q2. Here's the deal. Elon Musk can say literally whatever he wants to say. He helped save free speech with Twitter, X. At the same time, he's going to alienate almost half the world by basically saying what he's saying. So is Chris wrong? Is Elon wrong? Maybe a little bit. The truth is somewhere in the middle here. I think that Elon should tamper down a little bit because his words have massive, massive, massive power. But also, Chris Cuomo, he's got a voice and he needs to do better as well in this capacity.
Yeah. He just posted something 29 minutes ago that Tesla is up $69 to $420, which he likes that 420 number of where it's at. Yeah. I don't know. To me, this is kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to, the role I'm going to play in this is purely words. That's all it is. Words have consequences. They always have. They always will. They're not going away. You want to improve a relationship? Use better words. You want to incite violence? You know what words to use. You want people to get angry? You know what words to use. You want to find a way to show reason? You know what words to use. I just think there's better choices of words to use to lower the temperature. And if your outcome is virality, you got it. If your outcome is shock jock, you got it. If your outcome is to lower the temperature, you didn't. Now there's a target on his back. And by the way, whether Chris said it or not, the target's always been on Elon's back. Elon's had a target on his back from the day he decided to support Trump when Trump was an assassination attempt. And he said, this is one of the most exciting moments to see. I don't know. There was a tweet that he put it with Trump's arm being up. Rob, you know which one I'm talking about, right? He had something that he said on the day of the assassination. I just think we have to use better words because some people take things literally and they won't stop doing that anytime soon.
And Pat, did you see that chart that Elon, Tom showed me this chart? Tom, you want to say what this chart is?
Yeah, Colin Wright publishes this and then Elon reposted it with like a one-word support for it. But it just shows how the little chart shows
he messaged it to you.
A little man standing there and how the political spectrum is moving around you. And the man doesn't move, but the left gets far to the left. The right basically stays where it is. It's something we talked about last week, and it appears to be this is Elon Musk said he was in support of that, and that this reflected where he was.
And Pat, look at that.
There. So you got the little guy in the center, but everything's moving, but the little guy stays put.
What a great chart. What a great, simple chart. Like the
To
center.
the point where the progressive left, the party of peace, is now shooting back at the center. You bigots.
Yeah, and shooting and killing people. And it's like that is the perfect, most simplistic example of what is happening. They lost people like Elon. They lost people like Rogan. They lost Tulsi Gabbard. They lost RFK. It's like, come on, man. And it is that side. And by the way, not saying that the other side doesn't have violent people. Nobody's saying that. But go check the stats. Check the stats. All this trans, all this negative, all this, as if they're taking out fashion. That they think that they're doing a duty. And these little freaking dog whistles that you guys are doing, you don't think it's mad? Oh, like playing dumb? Come on, bro. You're too smart for that. They know exactly what the hell they're doing. And it drives me crazy. And then something happens and they go, no. I didn't mean it like that. I meant it another way.
So Elon Musk, he's the one that tweeted this?
Elon.
No, Colin Rowe did, and
Gotcha.
then Elon retweeted it with like exactly.
You want to know why I know Elon is right on that? Because that's literally me.
You're the little guy.
If you
The guy
could
with the
show
gun?
that picture one more time.
So stupid.
No, Tom. That's not funny, Tom. Again. That's literally me. I was probably center left in 2008, JFK Democrat, Clinton Democrat, voted for Obama. And now I'm wearing an American flag pin and people just associate me with MAGA. Because if you're a Democrat at this point and you're on the left, there's a large portion of them that hate America. And if you're just normal, whether you're a RFK, whether you're a Tulsi, whether you're a Joe Rogan, whether you're Elon Musk, whether you're the guys from the All In podcast, you saw what was going on here the last 5 years and you said, I can't be anywhere near associated with the demonic, possessed progressive side of the left. So, the right will say, God bless America. The left will say, free Palestine. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Again, lower the temperature is all I'm saying. We don't need to increase it any higher than it is today. Once it goes, you will not be able to stop it.
I agree.
Once it goes, Vinny,
I feel it,
it's
though.
going to get
I know.
nasty.
Yep.
Once it goes, you have to be very, very careful. And trust me. And you know how there's a part of people are like, oh my God, I have nothing to lose. People who have no kids, and people who are like 20 years old, 18 years old, like, oh, this will be so exciting. It's not exciting. There's nothing exciting about that. You do not want to see that happen. Nobody wants to see that happen. We have our USA merch on vtmerch.com, and here's what we're going to be doing. 100% of whatever you buy with USA on it is going to be given to Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk. 100%. Great. Whatever you buy with USA on it, 100. I'm not talking 100% of profits. 100% of gross sales that we make of anything with USA Today on it right here, 100% of this proceeds are going to go to Turning Point USA and Erica, Charlie Kirk's family, and everything they have going on. It is amazing that it took one 31-year-old young man, father of two, married to Erica, a man who started Turning Point USA, who had a vision, has gotten America to be proud to become Americans again, got people going back to church again. It is amazing that something like this had to happen for America to get to this point. But God willing, this direction we're going to be going to continues of Americans being proud. Obviously for me, I had him as the most important person in America we're going to have for decades to come. That's what I always said. Every interview I ever did, when people ask me about Charlie Kirk, I said, this guy's the most important voice in America today because everybody has a certain age. He's 31. He's going to be going for many, many years. But God willing, the younger folks are going to continue to pick up the torch and keep inspiring to do what he did and maybe even take it to different levels around the world. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.